Hey y'all, how you doing? Welcome. You made it to another edition of the His House. Go ahead, make yourself comfortable, have a seat. Let me put myself down. Cause you know we got a lot of stuff to get into today. But I'm so glad you're here today because you could have been at any other house in the world, but you chose the His House where it goes down. We have to gossip, tea, all is allegedly. Because I don't know these people, but we're here to have a good time, not take things too seriously. So let's get into it. Okay, so let's say you have a situationship, a relationship, um, whatever you kind of want to call it, a marriage, a coupleship, and things are incredible. Things are going perfect. Y'all love each other. Y'all finish each other's sins. Y'all are friendly with each other. Y'all enjoy spending time together. It's blissful. It's peaceful. Then 10 years into your situationship, relationship, 5 years in, 4 years in, you find out that your person was cheating on you. It's like, what do you do? It's like, things are going so well. Do you leave? Do you dip out? Because you find out they're a cheater. Most people would leave automatically, straight off. They wouldn't even say yay, nay, nay, nay. All those years, 10 years, 4 years, 3 years of bliss gone out the window because you're mad. You're in your feelings. And it only happened one time. So what about those times that it was good? What about those times that it was peaceful, blissful? Y'all were looking at each other in the eyes. Y'all were having the best of times. It's so amazing how people can just throw all that away because they just get mad in the heat of the moment. But it is kind of deeper than that because you feel betrayed, you feel vulnerable, like you gave your heart to this person for them to break it, destroy it, and you don't feel like you can trust that person. But at the end of the day, when you don't feel like you can trust a person, then a relationship is kind of doomed. I don't recommend violence. I'm gonna say that. But let's say that they were honest with you about it and they told you, you still would probably want to leave them because you just be like, boom. So if they don't tell you, you're gonna be mad that you have to find out on your own. But if they do tell you, you're gonna be mad because it's like, why would you even do that? So it's like, either way, it's just a weird situation. Bye bye. See you later. And once you find out somebody cheat on you, like the intimacy is different. Like you don't feel the same way. You're not going to want them to touch you on most occasions. It's going to be different. Things are going to be off. But it's like layers to it. So if this happened to you, let me know your first reaction down below. What are you going to do in this situation? Be detailed, explain, because we want to know, we want to talk about it, and we can maybe do another video about it later, because I definitely want to hear what you think, because this is the conversation at His House, for sure, okay? Me, personally, I would advise definitely have a sit-down talk about the situation. You know, maybe something you can fix, he can fix, something went wrong somewhere. And if that doesn't work, invite counseling or another person in to intercede and to try to help in situation. Because like I said, it's a lot of years, a lot of time, and love is hard to find. It doesn't come by every day. So if you are genuinely in love with a person, you know, forgiveness is a part of loving. You know, God is love. God says to forgive, but it's definitely not that hard. I mean, not that easy as the word, because you're going to be thinking about the person cheated on me. Like, they really sitting here in my face, cheated on me. And people associate cheating with disrespect, cheating with somebody not being happy with you, cheating with you're not good enough. But in reality, cheating has nothing to do with none of those things. It's just an act of a moment that took place. And it can be happen for a lot of different reasons. And we'll get into more of why cheating can happen, but violence is not the answer. But we're not going to talk about that on this video. But I want to know what you're going to do. If you feel like it doesn't matter because people can make mistakes, put your hearts down in the comments now. But if you want to say bye, sayonara, see you later, I can't do it, then put broken hearts in the comments down below. Okay? Because everybody has their own unique opinion, and I'm just curious to know which one would you agree with, okay? And I want to just look by hearts and be able to see. However, as I was saying before, now, people get relationships for different reasons. Some people, it's one-sided, where only one person really, really likes the person, the other person just decided to give in. And so with that being said, one person is going to be more hurt than the other person and more faithful and more loyal, I feel, than the other person. So the person who's already giving more probably won't even care because they already knew that it was half a relationship anyway. Or then too, they may get mad because they're like, I done did this for you. I don't know. But the person who they is not as into the person gonna be like, well, you kind of knew I was just like halfway in, you know, I wasn't all the way in. But then you had a relationship where it's like, oh, you're in love, like it's like, oh, you're the first person I was with, you're the only person I've been with, and I care so much about you, I thought you cared about me. That person's gonna be more hurt than anything. It's because, you know, y'all made y'all vows, y'all vow commitment to each other or whatever. But at the same time, it's like, the relationship that's going to get over, going to get past it, is that agape love relationship. The one that's unconditional. Like the celebrity relationships that you see. Like, you know, sometimes celebrities, famous people, basketball players, people in high esteem, they get in these relationships and things happen, but their spouses are still there. Agape is usually unconditional. It's like you can really do no wrong. It's like I'm going to love you despite what you do, because it's deeper than what people can see. It's deeper what people can ever know. It's deeper than that. And I feel like that's the only kind of relationship that can truly work, and that may even actually be your twin flame relationship. And that doesn't mean that the person doesn't care, because there are also relationships out there that just don't care and don't care what you do. You know, they just in it for their own usefulness and what benefit that they get out of it. So you just have to analyze what kind of relationship you have. But if you do end a relationship, it's not to say that you're going to jump back in another one anytime soon. You got to go back through the dating process. And dating is not what it used to be. It's real sad out here. So technically, you can be out here dating for years and not find your person. And let's say you do find somebody else. Let's say the same thing happens again. Years go by, perfect, you think, and then you find out they're cheating too. So you could have easily stayed in the relationship you with then if that's what was going to happen, right? But most people break up thinking like, oh, that's going to never happen again. But it actually can happen again. Most times it does happen again. But then too, you can get lucky and be with that person that wants you, only you, and is disciplined enough to only be with you. Because I do feel like it's a discipline, it's a choice, it's a commitment, because a lot of men, especially if they're attractive, especially if they have well-to-do, they get targeted by a lot of females who want to entice them, want to sit on their face, want to sit on their other places, you know, just sit on them, period. And for any man, if the female is somewhat attracted to him or somewhat talking to them, you know how these females are going to blow their head up or whatever. They're going to be like, oh, I want to see what that's about because they're making me feel good right now, or they looking real good right now. So it's just a tricky situation. I don't think it's right. No, I don't think it's right. But I'm older now, and I see things a little bit differently. I'm more forgiving than what I used to be. I'm like this. I'm too old to be trying to control what somebody else do with their body, their time, their whatever, you know. I'm not gonna try to force you to do anything because I don't want you forcing or trying to control my hand in what I do. However, I feel like there's some consequences in cheating that people need to analyze and be aware of. They can cause very drastic changes and very drastic consequences in the solidity of a valid relationship. Now, if you have an understanding with the person, y'all talked about the situation up front, then I feel like they'll be more prepared to handle if you did step out of the relationship at any point. However, if you never talk to this person about you wanting to do something different, or that you might explore options later on down the line, and that they're thinking that you're only being committed to them, it's going to definitely cause friction. And let's say you do have kids. Does that make you more of a reason to have more of a reason to stay, or do you still leave even though you do have kids? Because I would think a person with kids would want to stay more because they want to see their kids, they want to have that family unit. But let me know what you think down below. Put kids in the comments down below if you're going to stay for the kids, or put, I don't know, put men or women down below if you feel like you're going to leave because of you. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, I feel like a lot of people cheat. I feel like majority of people cheat, but they don't get caught. They don't really talk about it. And if you had a perfect situation, I would try everything I can to make it work. And it doesn't mean that person won't cheat again. But if you don't love somebody unconditional with agape love, God love, I really don't feel like you need to be with them anyway. Because that's where a controlling situation comes in. And no, I still don't feel like, no, it's a reason for anybody to be cheating on you. And if you feel like it's a repetitive thing that you don't deserve, you don't feel valued in a relationship, then leave. But if you feel valued, if you feel loved, it happened after blue moon, you didn't know about it, then don't inquire about it. And you may never know. But if it just pops in your face once, then just deal with it accordingly. But I don't know. You let me know. Well, we came to the end of another amazing production. But we have this piece. Until next time, make sure you like if you liked any part of this video. And definitely comment down below so I can know what you think about what we discussed here on today. Feel free to share if you feel like you want to let somebody else know the tea or the allegedly. Yeah. And join the fam bam, because you know you lit. And we like you up in this bit. Probably. And subscribe. Because you such a motherfucking vibe. We out.